Okay, so this is the starting point for pretty much any build. I've got the motors, the ESCs, and the power distribution board all connected to the frame. I'm going to be using the new SpeedX ES20 BLHES ESCs with the Edge Racing 2205 2480 kV motors from Buddy RC. First I need to get my battery connector thrown on there. Alright, it's on there nice and good. Alright, so the flight controller I'm going to be using is the Omnibus F4 from myairbot.com. It features a wicked fast F4 processor and a built-in OSD. Alright, we're going to power up the board now, and we're going to run that straight to the PDB, just right off the battery voltage and ground. Alright, so at this point there's no smoke and the board's powering up just fine. What we're going to do is hook up an LED strip, so we're just going to use a servo wire, and we're going to connect it right to the LED strip, 5 volt and ground. Alright, so next up is our buzzer. So we're just going to hook that right up here to the buzzer, positive and negative. We're going to leave that ground alone. Okay, so at this point we've got our LED wire, our buzzer wire, and our board power all hooked up. Okay, at this point I'm going to go ahead and solder the flight controller power wires to the power distribution board. Alright, so I'm going to set it up in a way that I can still open it up like this to get access to it if I need to, and just go ahead and trim away all the excess wire. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is hook up our motors to the board. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hook up motor ESC1 to PWM1. We're going to hook up motor ESC2 here, motor ESC3 here, and motor ESC wire 4 here. Alright, I'm using a Spectrum satellite receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and mash that underneath the PDB, and then I'm going to run that cable straight to the Spectrum satellite port that comes on the Omnibus F4. I'm using the Team Black Sheep Unified Pro video transmitter, and I'm going to go ahead now and just solder up the power and ground straight to the PDB. Now I'm going to run the video in from the VTX to the video out on the flight controller. Now that that's done, I'm going to run the video out from the camera to the video in on the flight controller. Okay, so that's pretty much all the board specific stuff. I basically just had to squeeze everything into the frame and solder up the LED strip and the buzzer. And then this thing was pretty much ready to hook up to the computer and program. Click to the next video to see me configure the board and see how she flies.